Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you some glitches in Dead Rising 2 off the record. Um, Most of these all of these have to do with the boomerang. It's my favorite item in the game and it's the glitchiest. So uh, I'm gonna show it to you now. So as you can see, I have a bunch of boomerangs. I save with them. So uh, for this first glitch, we have to shove some things up our asses. And how do you do that? Well, let me show you. So, if you didn't know, you can carry heavy items in your inventory. All you need is a boomerang. So let's see, the sign is heavy, right? I mean, it's a heavy item. You can only like have it in your first slot. You can only have it in your hand. You can't have it in your inventory. But all we need to do is get a boomerang, and then we're gonna throw the boomerang, and before it comes back we have to pick up the item. So let me show you. There we go, it's in our inventory as you can see, and now we can switch back to it and we have it. So that is the most basic part, but this brought me to the question, what if you do that with your inventory while your inventory is full? So let's see what happens. We're gonna throw it and our inventory is full. It should move to the next slot. Shit, I broke something. Well, let me show you. It disappears. Now, normally you wouldn't think this does anything, but if you did it enough times, you'd see that something starts happening. So let me do it a bunch of times. It doesn't necessarily have to be heavy items that you're making disappear. It can be any item. And there we go. When the boomerang stays in the air, that's your cue. So that's the first step. Now I'm gonna drop this. So we have our glitch set up. Now what we have to do is go get an item of our preference. So I'm gonna choose this hunk of meat. Hold on. So what we have to do now is we have to throw the boomerang and pick up our item at the same time that we pick up the boomerang. So let me try to do that. Also, if you don't succeed, you'll like enter this state. Hold on. Now we have the hunk of meat in our hand, right? But first of all, it's invisible, and it shows that we have a boomerang. So what happens if we throw the hunk of meat? It goes to the position before you pick it up the boomerang. So I don't know. It's just something cool. Well, it went away. Let's try with this dart. Okay, so I did it now. So as you can see, I have the dart in my hand, but it's also on the ground. So this means that probably, according to my calculations, you have another player pick this dart up, now you'd have two darts, one in each inventory. So I've done this with a wheelchair before, and all you have to do is when the other player picks up this dart, you have to go to another area, right? Without dropping the dart or throwing it. It can be any item, by the way. So once you've done that, each player has a dart or whatever. So you should be able to do this with a magazine. Maybe the game has some trick up his sleeve. I don't know, but yeah, that's it. So let's move on to the next glitch. So for this next glitch, we have to be in the state where we have many items up our asses, and now we have to drive a vehicle. I like choosing this one, I don't know why. But look at what happens. You get off the vehicle, and now look, like our animation is weird, like our animation's like inverted or something, and we're like tilted to a side. So if you've done this now, it's like basically you're in the vehicle, but as you can see, we still have our inventory and we can move around. So let me show you why I say we're still in the vehicle.
Let's go there.
See, we can't. It says we're in a vehicle. So I don't know why this happens, but if we've done this, let me show you something else. When we pick up an item, we also have it in our inventory, but it's still there. But look at this. We can keep picking it up. So I figured if we can't switch like our slot in the state. But I figured if you could move your inventory, like force your inventory to roll around or to move or whatever, you could pick an item many times and you would keep like obtaining it. So I don't know how you could do that. If someone can help me with a way to do that. So if we want to get out of this state, I think we have to just reset. Let me check. So for the next glitch I'm gonna show you, there's many ways to access this, but this is the only one I remember right now. So we've done this, right? So now let's go to a heavy weapon, right? We need a heavy weapon for this one. So here you throw the boomerang and you pick up the heavy weapon before it comes back, right? But you have to be in this state. So now what you do is you just move your inventory slot by one. So now that wasn't what I was expecting, but it worked anyway. So hold on, let me do it again. So we do that, and now we move our inventory slot by one. So now we're in a state where the boomerang is on the ground when we equip it. Now this could also mean you can just keep doing this. Well, not that. Hold on. So this probably means you could keep doing this, and the other player would be able to pick it up, like as many times as you did this. I checked, and you can also do it with a magazine. So now we have to drop something, and the item that makes our inventory full will be in this state now, like the state the boomerang is in. So look, now we have it in our inventory, but it's also on the ground, and we can't touch it, so we can't break it or anything. But here's the cool thing: if you make sure there's a wall between you and the item, and you move your inventory slot by one, look at what happens. It teleports to the nearest wall. So let's do it again, just to demonstrate. I don't know how this could be useful, but it's pretty cool. There's also a few other ways to do this, but I mean, it's cool, right? I also know how to fly in this game. All you need is a boomerang, a wheelchair, and a skateboard. So if you want me to do a video on that, just comment down below, and I'll make a video on it. So that's all for now, guys.